Solar 3.0 is here. There's a lot of mixed opinions about Solar 3.0 and comparisons to Void 3.0. That's a discussion for a totally different day. Today, we're here to talk about one of the best Solar 3.0 builds so far this season. You can practically get infinite abilities and maximum damage using this build. I'll go over the subclass, aspects, fragments, and weapons I use and alternatives that you can use, the armor mods, and the exotic to use. Before we get into this build, if you guys could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, it's free, it helps out the channel, and lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content and want to see more in the future. Now, let's get into today's build. To start off, you're going to want to be on the Solar subclass, obviously. For the class tree, we're actually going to be running Blade Barrage, and we'll get to the reason why here soon. You're going to want Acrobat's Dodge for that Radiant. Doesn't matter what the jump, you could use any jump that you like. You're going to want Weighted Throwing Knife, the Solar Grenade for the abilities, and then you're going to want Knock 'em Down and Gunpowder Gamble for your aspects. Down over in the fragments, you're going to want Ember of Singeing, Ember of Solace, and Ember of Benevolence, which for some reason isn't allowing me to apply it. Mine's broken, but whatever. This is what you're going to want for that increased regeneration for your abilities for a short duration. Next up, we're going to talk about some weapons. I've been using Vex Mythoclast and Ascendancy. You can use any pair and combination of solar weapons. You're going to want solar weapons, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But primarily, any solar weapons will do. You can use another shotgun, you can use a scout rifle, you can use an SMG. Whatever solar weapons you have that you favor in your energy and in your heavy, those are the ones you're going to want to use. Now we're going to get into the armor mods. You're going to want to have the following armor mods equipped: Harmonic Siphon, Font of Might, Melee Kickstart, Concussive Dampener, Melee Wellmaker, Invigoration, Distribution, and Elemental Time Dilation. These mods are going to be extremely helpful in this build. You can read their descriptions yourself, but I will also explain what they do now. You can skip to the timestamp to continue to the next part of this build. So the first mod we're going to go over is going to be Harmonic Siphon. Rapid weapon final blows with damage matching your subclass type create an orb of power. That is going to be useful in pairs with some of the other mods that we're going to be talking about here in a second. Next, we have Font of Might. Picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. After this, we've got Melee Kickstart. When your melee energy is fully expended, you gain melee energy. So, you throw your knife. If you miss, you expended it, you get more melee energy back. Following that, we've got Concussive Dampener. Reduced incoming area of effect damage or AoE damage from combatants. So any of those pesky knights that draw fire, any of the Cabal that are throwing fire, the Scions with their little void pools, all of those are going to be reduced damage. Next to that, we've got Melee Wellmaker. Powered melee combatant final blows spawn elemental wells matching your subclass energy. So, with that, this pairs up with Font of Might to get bonus solar weapon damage. Because every time you get a kill with your throwing knife, it's going to spawn in those solar wells. You can pick up those solar wells and then use your solar weapons that are going to get a buff and damage to do more damage to the boss. Next up, we've got Invigoration. Reduced melee cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Power. Getting kills with the solar weapons with the other mod that we talked about is going to spawn Orbs of Power. Each time you pick that up, that's going to reduce your melee cooldown. So if you accidentally miss your knife, no big deal. You can just keep getting some ad kills, and that's going to give you Orbs of Power to pick up. And then you'll have your melee back in no time. Next up, we've got Distribution. Reduced all ability cooldowns when using your class ability near targets. So if you pop your Acrobat's Dodge to radiant your teammates and yourself around enemies, this is going to reduce all of your other abilities. And finally, for the last mod here, we've got Elemental Time Dilation. Elemental well mods that grant you time-limited benefits can now stack, increasing the duration of the effect for each copy of the mod you have equipped. So if you don't have other mods on and you'd like to fill it up or get a reduced cooldown for the maximum speed of getting your abilities back, this is the mod you're going to want to have equipped, and then you can stack up on your other mods to make your cooldowns even faster. Now finally, we've got the icing on the cake, Star Eater Scales. Star Eater Scales is an exotic hunter boots that allow you to gain additional super energy from orbs of power you pick up. When your super energy is full, picking up an orb of power overcharges your super, causing you to gain a burst of healing when you cast and a bonus to your super damage. At maximum overcharge, you also gain an overshield. Now, this is going to take your damage to the next level, making this one of the, if not the most damaging super in Destiny 2 right now. It is absolutely insane. You become a killing machine with this combination. And this is one hell of a pair. And that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments below what your favorite build is so far and what your favorite weapons are from this season. Join our Discord with the link down below to link up with some other awesome gamers too and get in with some fun builds and possible game nights coming. Drop a like on this video and subscribe to become the Giga Chad you are, and I will see you guys in the next video.